AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Here we're gonna heal, regardless. You, B. Cannon, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, based over here.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man Weave.
Did you miss us? All right, well, we back.
Little brief hiatus.
Yeah, we back at it again with another episode of the 3-Man Weave podcast. This is episode 107. I am AJ. I got my red cup, and as always, I got my two co-hosts with me. Let them know who he is.
You already know you got your boy Cannon with you as always. You know I'm gonna hold it down. I'm gonna bring you the real Washington fan extraordinaire, boxing expert. Let's get it.
It must be getting close to football season. You brought the extraordinaire back.
It's
You
time.
already know who it is. It's your boy Hill. Hill going Hill regardless, baby. And y'all know I was to blame for the hiatus, so we go ahead and get that out the way. You know, my job schedule is in flux, but you know, we're gonna make it do what it do. But it was also a mental health break, and you got to get your sanity right.
Y'all know I'm crazy as hell.
Got to get your sanity right. Got to come back refreshed, and I think I'm a little refreshed. I think I'm revamping how I'm about to do this thing, fellas. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
One that had a little tiptoe. I want to pander to a couple people, try to hope they'll listen. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, they gonna listen to the playback, and but yeah, you see what AJ doing. It's damn all that. I'm saying what I got to say. I'm doing what I got to do, and we're gonna bring it how we're gonna bring it. You know what I'm saying? Hill gonna heal, baby. That's regardless. Y'all know y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms, 3-Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3-Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. Last week we was on review and preview, which is on right now. Shouts out to our guy Tom, our guy Kyle. Like I said, it's on right now. If you want to holler at them when you finish watching us, same thing. One hand wash the other, but we here, baby. Let's go. We got some music.
Hey, cause look,
we do got some music.
Hold on, but wait, it's only right. The real is back. The real is back.
Did he know?
I mean, it's only right. Y'all know where we gotta start.
Did he know?
Jermaine,
come on, man.
Cole,
come on.
The real is back. The bill is back.
Come on now. Come on. Go ahead, Cannon. Go ahead, Cannon.
Start us off, Cannon.
They probably sick of me because.
You woke us up with bars.
I don't even give people a chance, man. I do everything first when it comes to releases, man. I need to be number one. So, listen. First, I thought I downloaded the wrong joint when I heard. I was like, Cam had a new album I didn't know about. But then I thought Cam was gonna get on there, but even fitting that he didn't and just talk trash and let Cole do it because he knew
Cole said enough.
He knew it was in store. Listen, that. You Luigi brother now?
Come on now.
I said, I listen, the last time I just felt like that early in the album, it was one of the Carters. I remember it might have been a Carter 1, even before the 2. It was the 2 hadn't came out yet. It was the 1. And my homeboy VIP, he be on here, Eagles fan. We was in the whip and he said, throw it out the window, man. It was CD back then. He was like, take it out and throw it out the window. And I'm walking the dog listening to Cole, and I'm literally like, it's no point to keep listening after he did what he did. The song wasn't even over. So it's like, I'm a diehard fan of intros. Intros set the tone. I feel like, hey, he came out swinging. And then I feel like the rest of the album followed suit, He said, and it's not even a long album. This is just my whole critique real quick. It's not even a long album. It's short. It's to the point. But I feel like he covered ground on it. To me, it's classic J. Cole. If you don't like Cole, you're lost.
Man, and I ain't gonna front. That's my only selfish critique. Shit was only like 39 minutes, man. Like I still wanted some more. I know Hill, you like shorter albums.
Best albums are short.
For me, I'm just like, bro, like I know you got some more, And it's like, because I know that we might not hear from J. Cole for another years, I'm like, hey, bro, come on, give me an
But we
album.
might. We might though. I feel like he got some collab stuff in the works, man. I know we've been hearing it for a long time, but there's some collab stuff in the work.
And my whole thing is the thing that I like about Cole is the people that he get on the track, like as far as like his features, like remember when we had 21 on the lot, and it's just like people just started like, damn, 21 can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was the first time I really was like, I like that song because I didn't. Hell no, I did not like 21 before this.
Yeah, but it's just like, man, like the features with like 21 and Lil Baby were like perfect. The perfect beat for them. Like they was able to get into their pocket and they was really able to go. I'm like, this is why I like Cole, because it's not like Cole, he's done the whole no features platinum and stuff like that, but he also understands like, hey, I know that 21 and I can mesh well on the track, even though it's different content, different styles. It still is fire. And the same with Baby. It's just like it almost was like, because they're like the kind of like the opposite, it fits so well. And the flow of this and to me, that like I was talking to Hill and our boy Kev about when the interlude dropped. I didn't listen to it because I don't like listening to singles. I don't like listening. I don't
Same.
like
I didn't
listening
listen to it. I hate singles,
songs, because the way you receive it is completely different when it's in the flow in an album. And that's why, to me, like, that's something that's big on me when I listen to albums, and people call albums a classic and stuff like that, is song placement as well. You can hear a song by itself, but it just don't hit the same if it's like placed in between two songs perfectly on the album. And so that's why I was just like, man, I think this album was sequenced right. I mean, Cole, he was talking that shit as usual. And I'm completely satisfied with the album.
Yeah, man.
Like you said, when we talked to Kev told me, he said, Hill, when you hit 95 South, you're gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
And I had to listen, I had to listen to it in the whip. And I'm in the whip like, get him go. Like I'm going crazy. And Kev talking that talk. Kev talking that talk. And then the flow switch. What I like about Cole the most is
Luigi brother now. I listen.
Is I understand him.
Yeah.
Like
everything.
It's some lyrical dudes that start getting in their pocket and start going rapid fire, and you really can't grasp what they really saying. Well, for me, speaking for me, I'm like, all right, I get it, he's spitting, but I don't really know where he going at it or what he's saying, or I understand what Cole be talking about, and I'm like relating. Like, this is one of them albums. Like, I ain't ready to go say it's a classic. I know it's a great album. It's a great piece of work. What I like most about it, I think he was listening to the former critiques and implemented it in his system. Stayed true to himself because it still was Cole. He didn't go out there and try to go make some twerk songs. It's like he'd be like, okay, y'all want some features? Okay, okay, cool. Let me go get some features. Oh, y'all want different producers? Okay, cool. Let me go get the producers that I can work with, that I mesh well with, and y'all still getting authentic Cole. And hey, look, and I ain't on no media tour. I'm going to go hoop after this. Like, come on now.
Listen, that's the crazy thing about it. Yeah, that's the craziest thing about it.
Going to Puerto Rico, to Europe. Not even one of them leagues LaMelo Ball was playing.
Yeah, like
Rwanda.
Just and it's really to give back. It really goes back into everything that he talking about. So it's like when I seen the stat line and people was clowning jokes, I was like, bro, this man just finished launching an album. Like this man literally flew to Africa. Like while we joking and talking about the album, he really playing in the sports league, like in Africa.
36.
but to your point, Hill, I wanted to touch back on your point how when you was talking about how you could understand Cole. And I really think, and it's what a lot of the greats understand at one point in their career, they still using a bar format, but if people who are not great, their bars are like fragments or phrases. The greats, their bars are complete thoughts or if we talking grammar, they're complete sentences. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like Cole, whether he land a bar halfway, wherever he landed at, it don't matter because his lyrical format of the track, you feel me, is complete sentences. So it's like now musically he can chop it up and put it how he wanted in the beat and land it however he wanted because he nasty like that. But the fact that it's complete thought allow you to always keep up with him no matter how he flip it lyrically. And a lot of people they like I'm saying, I'm listening to people that, like you said, they saying a lot of stuff lyrically, but it ain't really making sense. It's just words. It's words with empty meaning. And everything that Cole is saying or real lyricists are saying when they rap, those words got meaning, man. It's no wasted bars. And that's what I truly, love about, that Cole type rapper,
Here's my thing about what you're saying, Cannon. I think making punchlines in those bars actually sonically appealing too, not just trying to just continue punch, where it's like, all right, okay, but now you starting to like lose that act like the enjoyment of the actual song. I think that's where a lot of battle rappers kind of like struggle when they're actually trying to make music. And there's either like even some rappers who are good punchers, but when you're trying to make an album, it just don't necessarily flow the same because it's almost like you're trying a little bit too much and it's starting to take away from the essence of the song. And now it's like, to me, like it's a story, but you're flowing. So every other bar doesn't have to be a punch, but you're putting them in there, you're leading it. It's like a good scheme. If we're talking battle rapper,
come on now.
Scheme leads up to the big punch. It's not just
thank you
punch.
Because you lose the effect that way. To your point, AJ.
I don't like how you smirking when you talk to battle rap.
But he's talking about battle rappers who try to do albums.
I'm smirking because I know that she was like, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm messing with. Hold on now.
And so I believe it was just really a great project, and he did it well. And
I like what Mark said right here. Cole had a beautiful balance of art and entertainment, and I really say that because I like the skits on Cole. I always like the skits on Cole album, man. All the little extra stuff that he put in there. I feel like AJ said, it's the sequence. Yeah. And I really like how it's a complete thing. And another thing, how you say you don't like short albums, AJ. I think I like short. You think about it, the blueprint.
You like substance.
Yeah, and the blueprint, 12 or 13, Illmatic, 10 tracks. Like these albums get straight to the point, and I feel like the more tracks you do, the more room you have for error. The more you put a duplicate type of song that you already had up on here, the more you use the same flow. We heard it up here, so we really don't like this song now. So it's like get to the point, man. And it's a microwave generation.
Trust me, and I've taken all of that into consideration because I know that as streaming has become more and more popular, you're gonna make things smaller, you're gonna make things shorter, you're gonna make things quicker because nobody really revisits a whole lot of albums. A lot of these albums,
I do.
Next week when stuff comes, like something else comes out, a lot of people are just gonna go to what's next. And once it leaves that recently added folder in your streaming service, half the time it gets lost and you don't go back to it.
But that's what we say. That's what we say in this area. I mean, this era about music. Like, does it have replay value? Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't really care about the length of it. You know what I'm saying? It's substance. We, because we're older. We come from a cloth where we used to these long ass albums, or we're not really conditioned in the microwave society. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We used to listen to a show for 2 days. You know what I'm saying? And finally finish it. So it's like if you give us substance, then we can just digest it properly. So that's all we're really asking for. And like you said, Cole gave us all of that. And like you said about the entertainment aspect, like even the rollout, like you gave us the interlude, and then you gave us the cover. It's like we know Cole coming with something, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? And then NFL teams mimicking the cover, like people mimicking the cover. It's like you did something magnificent. Yeah.
Right. Mark, he says he hasn't gotten to listen to it yet, but he didn't want to listen to it in all honesty. But he was forced to listen to half, and he has complaints. please post your complaints. Let us know.
Yeah, come on now.
You know, let us know. Let us know those complaints, and we can see if they're warranted. But
Hold on. But why he give us the complaint? Let Cannon talk. Handle that one, Cannon.
He said, I agree with the stance on the album, but when are we going to talk about? So listen, man. Listen, bro. He never said that he's not a number one draft pick, bro. He just was afforded the opportunity to go out and play. It's going to take time for him. We know he can play basketball, but they're a pro basketball team and they're meshed together. It's going to take some time. I'm not going, like I said, it's microwave generation. We see one stat line. And he's not LeBron James, bro. I didn't expect Cole to go in there and drop 30. I did not, man. So, like, but he was productive. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't tricking. So it's like, don't be a liability out there. Get some more clock, and that's my dog. So I want to see what he got. I'm not just gonna hate on him off Buck.
Like Rashad said, he didn't have a camp. He finna get right. I feel you, Rashad.
And my thing is, it's players in the league who don't get that stat line.
Come on now.
And, you know, you still made it. So to get that opportunity, it's like there's players who get to D1 in college who don't get that stat line. Like there's nothing wrong with that stat line, especially like you said, it's in your first game. And at the end of the day, those I know, regardless, that like there's still a level of professionals.
Yeah,
you know,
y'all think y'all can just go over there and ball these rewinders up if you want to?
Hey, you know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm gonna do.
You go get your stat line too.
You know what I'm gonna do. I'll play the same way. I don't care where I'm at.
You can play the same way, but they gonna play they same way too. So
we can go at it. The funny thing about
Hotel in Rwanda,
I seen it. I seen the movie.
Hey, Rwanda's is real. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know me. You know me.
More ways than one.
You know me. Hey, I'm gonna play the same way. Don't take me over there. Then don't take me over there. Don't take me. Hey,
I'm definitely not taking you.
You were real. I don't care about none of that. But
they gonna the 13-year-olds carry over there.
The funny thing about, hey, bro, we strapped up too. You know what I'm saying? They started making guns when they gave him one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all right. Get it through customs.
I'm gonna say the funny thing about his stat line, and we're gonna move on about his stat line because we got the taps. He got his 2-hand tap.
Yeah.
In the game 21, early. In the Florida game early. So we was like, okay, hold on. He may not end the game with 3 points. Yeah. We seen 2 immediately in the tip off. Yeah. Like, and then that's it. You ain't give us 4. You know, that's why the stat line is funny if you want to be comical about it. But like I said, it's one game.
And he got to learn how to communicate with them. It's probably a language barrier and some more. I'm pretty sure they could speak English, but he probably can't speak their native tongue. Whatever it is, I don't even want to say Rwanda because I don't even want to embarrass myself.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever they speak, I'm pretty sure he in the process. So
all right,
get it right.
Mark clarified. He said he meant no complaints. No complaints. Okay. All right. So we
didn't even jump on them anyway. We being objective. Look at us.
We wanted to hear it. That's all. But like I said, we move on. We can move on now.
Non-breaking. Non-breaking. Jeremy Lin might be retiring.
Nah.
Yeah, that's definitely not breaking. That's the first time that it's been right.
Hey, I thought you was playing though, and then I looked at my phone and said, "It's Jeremy Lin done. He been done. He been done."
Hey, the league retired you, buddy.
Hey, come on, bro. We still talking about this Jeremy. Come on now, bro.
Y'all got to do better with y'all alerts because I didn't even get that alert. My phone know better than send me something.
All right, but look, hey, since we on some basketball, you know what we got coming up? We got the East playing game tonight, right?
Yeah.
So we got the Boston
Pacers,
Boston and the Wizards and the Pacers in Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Let's start with this Boston's Wizards game.
Yeah, I'm
no. I think we should start off with the Pacers and the Hornets because we got more to say about the Celtics and the Wizards.
I definitely got a lot to say about this.
Yeah, I think so too. Pacers and Hornets. I think LeVert not playing is very key, critical for them. So I think the Hornets might go ahead and take that. I think the game is on now as we recording. I don't have the TV on. So I think the Hornets is gonna make it tough. Hornets is gonna make it tough for whoever. If they happen to make it to get to this 8th seed,
they can run.
And like I said, they play with a lot of energy.
Mm-hmm.
They can make a whole lot of shit happen.
They definitely, and I mean, they dumb.
Yeah.
Young and dumb. You know, like you say, well, you got a young and dumb team.
They
The dumb way.
But I mean, like I said,
they
they got Terry Rozier, they got Gordon Hayward, they had some players that had some playoff experience, so they got somebody they can lean on. They can make it tough. They can make a series longer than what you expect. That's all I'm saying.
I got them taking it.
I would have had the Pacers winning if LeVert was playing, but they.
Yeah, he out.
God damn.
He out. So I'm rolling with Jordan, man.
Wait. Sean. No.
Oh, wow.
No way.
Well, I'm picking the Pacers. I'm picking the Pacers.
That's the Pacers whooping their ass?
I'm picking the Pacers.
Hell nah.
See, thank you.
With LeVert out, I would never pick Charlotte, man.
That is an old-fashioned ass whooping.
See, thank y'all. Thank you, Rashad. Thank you, Sean, for the live updates while we recording. So yeah, throw all that shit I said out the window. Yeah. Get these Hornets out.
Get their dumb asses out of here. These young dumb motherfuckers.
Watch they go on the greatest 10-point comeback of all time.
There's nothing to talk about that one anymore.
All right, so let's go to Boston and the Wizards.
Yeah, I'm going Wizards on this, man.
I'm going with the Wizards too. The Wizards got a lot of scrutiny this season, man.
Yeah. And from us, rightfully so.
From who? From AJ.
Yeah, but I mean, we tried once or twice, but we ain't defend them.
I had them fighting for the 8th seed from the jump, from the get-go.
Oh yeah, we did say that, but we didn't think they were going to be competitive. I now think that if after winning this game, they could still be competitive.
I think that same bullshit I just said about the Hornets, apply that to the Wizards. Like, they ain't gonna beat nobody in no series. They're gonna make it tough, and they're gonna make it longer than what it has to be.
Yeah,
and
you can mess around and get got like that.
Mess around.
I don't want to play them.
I mean, because I think they finally. I mean, this season been weird. Let's be honest. You know, the way that don't really get the chance to practice, the way the games have been played, it's kind of like a baseball series, how they doing back-to-backs and stuff like that. Right. It was hard to try to get the chemistry. You got to play to get the chemistry. And playing with Westbrook is an adjustment. I understand, but they figured it out at the right time.
That's all. That was my point to my support for the playing games. For teams that are getting it together late shouldn't necessarily be penalized, because listen, if however many games is in the regular season, this year was different, but however many they put in the regular season, if I start clicking at the end and I was right there, why not give me a chance to see if I could take out one of these teams that's tricking now, that might have started off hot but they could be trending the other way now. So let me see if I can get that. You feel me?
I'm in agreement with you, because it's like, you cannot, because we used to minimize the regular season. Let's be honest, like the regular, and we're still minimizing the regular season.
But to me, the playoff game really minimizes it. To be quite honest, because I've played 70 something games this season, and now the person who didn't have a better record than us can take our spot in the playoffs.
So next year, can't be 7 or 8 no more, bro. Now you got to be. You got to put a distance in between people now.
Bro, you ain't got no business being this low. Like we just, that's the part I couldn't really get at you be attacked.
Here's my thing. If we're talking about a team with Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal, yeah, you ain't got no business being this low. But there are, like, the way that the league plays out, you are going to have to, like, there's always going to be an 8th seed. There's always going to be a 7th seed.
Always. So why not give a bubble team chance too?
Okay, so here's my thing. I don't like the play-in games, but I would be fine if the play-in game was a 3-team round robin for the 8th seed. if I
I wouldn't be mad either. But
if
I
I got
mean,
to the 7th seed and I can lose, and then I can lose to in the 7-8 game, which is very
win.
possible. Which is
Yeah.
very possible.
Win.
But you got me playing one game when it's every other playoff series is a season, and I've already played these 72.
They
games,
didn't
right?
make this up mid-season.
But
everybody knew prior.
I still don't. That's what I'm saying. I still don't.
So it's like if you know prior, and now you actually felt like top. So two good teams, I feel like are in that situation. So next year they got to say, listen, we got to hit that. We at some point we got to string together some wins so that we're not in position to be like that. It's a strategy piece, and it's like to Hill's point, bro. In years past, these last 2 weeks, I don't even watch these games. These games been important to me ever since we did that episode, and we talking about every game mattered after that for the Lakers,
and we won.
And we still,
we
did our part. To your point, but
games didn't matter for the Lakers. Would you have been that interested?
No, it wasn't just for the Lakers. It was other teams too. I was like, it was interesting to me to see, like, bro, where are people going to end up?
We were still watching the Mavericks game because they had a chance to fall it out. We watched the last, bro. Dame just saved that man's house.
Yeah, come on now, and he was capping.
Did he show the ticket yet?
He showed the ticket, and it was
but that's not the point. But listen,
that's not important.
If he didn't, but listen, but if he didn't save that man's house, they'd be in the play-in game. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So we had double intrigue on watching that game.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? Like
I like the way the season ended. This one of the. I remember the way that this season ended. I like it.
Think about some of those games back in those Western Conference years back in the day when the 9th seed was getting 50 wins. Like teams were getting 50 wins and getting nowhere near the playoff.
Still couldn't do it. Now you got a chance.
And now you get them in the play-in game. And like man, you still.
What's my motto?
Get me in the dance and cut the music on.
Come on, now they got a chance, AJ.
That would have made some interesting, fights back then. Like I'm liking the play-in game. And my team is in it. Like I'm not about to pull LeBron and switch it.
And
I understand you saying, get me in the dance and turn the music on. But if the dance costs $40 and you got 30, you shouldn't be in the dance.
No, that's a good point. But as a fan, let me come to you from a fan standpoint. It's another pressure game, high pressure situation, an extra one that we don't have. So I'm taking it. It's like the 17th game in NFL.
You should if you know that you are not the best team, you should treat every game as a high pressure game. No, guess what? Maybe you shouldn't do all this load management if
I'm against load management.
I know
this might help stop that.
But, no, go ahead, AJ. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Say that.
Don't do no load management. Play for the eighth, play to get in the playoffs. Play for those seeds.
And they not. And teams are still manipulating the regular season. So you know what? We're gonna eliminate all that. Now we're gonna add some incentive for your ass to play hard.
But the thing is, they're always gonna figure out a way to manipulate and continue to do it.
I mean, we can at least applaud the league for effort.
What Mark say? Say, I'm not a fan of the play-in. I believe if you make it, simple as that. But I get for it for entertainment purposes. Hey,
I mean, it's a money drive.
And I'm not mad. And here's the thing: if you don't like the play-in game,
got rid of
I'm not
5-game series for the first round.
I'm not upset because we've been used to people don't like change, especially change to something that people feel like is theirs, and it's like we truly feel like these 4 major sports leagues belong to us, like NHL fans, MLB fans, NFL fans, and NBA fans feel like it's something tangible that really belongs to them. So it's like whenever they make changes and they never consult us, so we always feel a type of way, So it's like I get it.
All right, before we jump off of this, what the fuck the Celtics gonna do if they don't make the playoffs? Like, where do you go from here?
I'm firing Danny Ainge off rip.
You have to.
Even with one of their star pieces being hurt,
it's too late. It's too late to say. It's too late to say one of our star pieces is hurt now.
Say that again, Cannon.
Even with one of their star pieces being hurt.
Who was the person that I said I'm firing?
You said
Danny.
Brad?
I said
Oh
no. I
yeah,
said
yeah.
Danny
Oh,
Ainge.
I
I
see.
Brad
Look
Stevens.
at me.
I know. I
I'm just
know.
assuming in my.
I know. And I said I'm firing Danny Ainge.
Okay.
You
I
just
jumped to the conclusion. I ain't gonna lie.
you sitting on your hands.
Get him out of here. I'm with you.
You sitting on your hands, all these draft pick, all this capital. You're not breaking.
Yeah.
You seeing what your competition is doing.
Get him
And,
out of
and
here.
you're not doing none of that. Nah, I'm not. I like Brad Stevens.
Okay.
Brad Stevens is an upper echelon coach. Yes,
Thank
he has some flaws. Everybody has flaws. I'm not about to sit here, but
you can make a case to fire every single coach in the league at a point.
But this is my thing when you fire coaches. When you who you gonna replace them
who
with?
you gonna replace him with? You always tell me that. You always say, I know who I can replace Danny Ainge ass with. Somebody that's gonna make a trade. Somebody's gonna make a trade.
Remember when when teams were trying to figure out if we can get Anthony Davis and Danny Ainge had all these draft picks and Kyrie and Jason Tatum, and I said I would strap a rocket to Kyrie and whatever it took to get AD.
And we said not Kyrie. We said that. Man Hill said you cannot get rid of Kyrie.
I would have done whatever it took with all those draft picks, because now look at you. You was a team that was a star away with all these draft picks. And now look at you. You a couple years away, because now you got to try and figure out what you're gonna do with these draft picks. I'm
gonna go lesser than that, and that's more egregious than that, AJ. You had a chance to get something for Gordon Hayward,
bro.
You let him walk, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. And this is my thing. You had you had a chance to get something with Gordon Hayward. You knew Kyrie didn't want to be there, so you could have done something with.
You could have shipped him like AJ said.
You could have done something with Kyrie, and honestly, even like
could have strapped a rocket to it.
Look what the Lakers did to get.
Post that link in there, AJ. So we got this Facebook user. I don't know
which one. This one.
I mean, it's the same Facebook user. I just want to. I want to give him his credit. I want him to let StreamYard allow him so we can get his name and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But you got let's not dwell on Kyrie, because they went and got Kemba. Like you fixed that.
Wait. I didn't get the finish.
Yeah.
What I was about to say is, remember what the Lakers gave up to get AD? I would look. Hey, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, one of y'all can go to get AD. To be quite honest. Yes, you can. Like if I got AD and Jason Tatum, and then
he didn't want to be there.
He didn't say that.
Yes, he did. He said he didn't want to be there.
That's what Facebook user said.
Look,
it's Kyrie's fault. Okay. Dude was the start of a downward spiral because he didn't want to be there, and I remember that.
That was Eric.
He didn't want to be in Cleveland first. And then he got there. Then he didn't want to be there, and then he didn't want to be in Brooklyn. Don't forget that.
Kyrie
he didn't want to be at Duke.
We had to go to Duke. But my thing about go ahead.
Kyrie's a whole different story. But
yeah, because
I've told y'all before, I don't think Kyrie could be a number one on the championship team, and
that ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
But that's what I'm saying. But to me, that's why I would have like I said, Kyrie.
Hey, but look, remember I told you couldn't trade Kyrie at that time. You couldn't trade. It was something in his clause. It was something in his clause contract. You couldn't trade him for AD at that time. That's why that couldn't go. That's not. But we can't keep dwelling on that part.
No,
I would have never.
I'm talking about anything. I would have said Jaylen Brown and 4-5 draft picks, whatever the case may be. Gone.
I'm not trading them.
Why?
I'm making that shit work. Cause that shit can work.
It ain't.
But you just said give it an Ainge. So how's it gonna work?
He could have got Miles Turner for Gordon Hayward. Bro, that's what they've been missing. They need a big. They could have went got it
in the NBA, man. You got in the NBA. If it ain't worked in 2 years, it might be time to move on.
I don't believe.
That's what they be messing up. Because look at Randall. Look at Randall and look at Nerlens Noel. People gave up on Nerlens Noel, giving up solid man.
No. Can not even look at the Sixers.
And what I always say about giving up on young basketball talent here.
Yeah, I know you never want to do that. I'm not for that blowing it up if it ain't working in 2 years. Now I'm not
how basketball works.
I'm not talking about blowing it up. I'm talking about reassessing, because to me, like if you have an opportunity with all these draft picks that you have to try and lure a star in, whether it be AD or somebody like that, and you have an up and coming like. Those draft picks and those young players, those do get looks. Those do add up. So you can try and package something like that to get that star and still keep one of your young guys.
I'm not gonna. We definitely about to change this. I'm not. No, not you. I'm talking about to these damn comments. I'm not about to sit here and keep trying to defend Kyrie on this joint. We're not gonna keep taking the easy route and just keep blaming Kyrie for the Celtics mishap. Like, look at Danny Ainge. Like, come on, now we're not doing that shit, bro. I'm not going for that, bro.
But
I'm not going for that.
No, I'm with you. But I think you and AJ basically saying the same type of thing in different ways. You saying get rid of Danny Ainge. AJ is saying they should have did some type of move. So that's basically Danny Ainge.
No,
so
I'm in agreement that they should have gotten rid of Danny Ainge.
Me and AJ kind of
I understand that you're upset with the comments.
We're taking it deeper.
It's like everything they want to blame Kyrie.
But it's kind of true.
No, bro, they replaced Kyrie
with validity though.
They replaced Kyrie, bro. What did they give up to get Kyrie?
No, I'm just saying, like,
you know what I'm saying? Look at it. What did the team look at this comment from Mark? Where is it? I'm sorry, I took it up. What they did, the team to get Kyrie messed up the great bench and the role players completely up. That completely false. They gave up Isaiah Thomas and a draft pick.
Thomas ain't
but it's his attitude. He come in there, saging the arena. It's got people in the funk, man. He messed it up, bro.
It ain't messing it up in Brooklyn.
It almost did. And we ain't still foreseeing. Bro, he was an AWOL at some point this year, bro.
Came back and got 50, 40, 90.
Bro, we never the talent has never been a question, but the thing is he going to be there consistently through this playoff? That's remain to be seen.
But listen, they got rid of Kyrie and replaced the Kimba. They was ready. They was also hyped about Kimba, and what has Kimba been doing? But they don't want to. But no, Ken, hold on. You want to blame Kyrie?
They're not saying, I don't think that's what they're saying, bro.
That's what they just said. That's what I just read it, Ken.
But that is validity to that. You see what I'm saying? He's not saying that it's not now. It's Kimba's not doing the same thing. Kimba also don't have that negative attitude towards it. Like he's
and what Kyrie needs. And what's the result? Because they were so hype about replacing Kimba with Kyrie. What is the result?
But listen, Hill.
Playing game.
Just hear me out. You gonna give me a chance, right? If you're the owner or the GM or the coach, right, and you're going to lose no matter what, right? If you're going to lose no matter what, do you want a person who's going to lose with some type of class and some type of dignity, or you want somebody that's going to lose like a hoe and be doing some of the stuff that we seen, go AWOL on the team, do all of that, don't want to be here? I don't want that, bro. So it's like I can lose trying to win the right way. You feel me?
Can I answer, AJ?
Because losing's inevitable at some point, AJ. You're acting like it's a guarantee for them to win.
Can I answer that directly?
Go ahead.
Bro, it ain't no proper way of losing. I'm not about to glorify. I want to.
Bro, are you serious right now? So you're telling me? So you're telling me that you're okay with the stuff that Kyrie was doing as a teammate?
If we win,
and you're telling me that you can't be better than that as a professional.
And the result, and you talking about the same damn results, right? Hold on.
Yes.
If we're talking about this, then I don't care.
I'm sick of him, bro, because I don't want players like that, bro. That's me, bro. No. Ain't nothing you can say that's gonna change my mind on that, bro.
Because I'm moving on from that point. They didn't have to lose. That's the thing.
But I'm just saying, I use that example of them losing as just an inevitability, bro.
And I know, and like you said,
so they could have won. They could have won. You see what I'm saying? But if they did, if we're gonna lose, I win or lose. Let me put it like this for you: win or lose, I don't want nobody on my team acting like that, bro. Period.
That's fine. That's fine.
Period. When you want somebody acting like that. No, so get his whole ass out of here. That's why I said it's validity to their statements, bro, regardless of what Kimba doing, because Kimba not acting like that.
But listen, he been gone for 2 years now. Like you say,
they got worse.
Yeah,
bro, and it's a lot of people that's been going for years from some other teams, and they ain't ever gonna win either. It's like only one team that can win.
Hold on, but they ain't keep blaming one person.
The team ain't still doing it. That's them because we're talk. AJ took us back there first, bro,
and that's AJ's fault.
So I'm saying, like, don't blame them for where we went, bro. You see what I'm saying?
I got to blame somebody.
You gotta blame AJ for that one.
I just said it's AJ fault. I just said it's AJ fault.
I just want the credit to go where it's supposed to be.
Hold on. They go ahead. They didn't resign people. This is Mark again, y'all. They didn't resign people because of money. People didn't want to play with him. They didn't resign Terry Rozier because Terry Rozier wanted to start. Who else didn't they resign?
Because Terry Rozier wanted to start, and that's why, like, because you weren't gonna keep Kyrie because Terry Rozier was like. Terry Rozier, like he has that personality. Like I'm better.
But Terry Rozier was a budding star. He's going to start. He was going to get that starting job somewhere.
Hold on, my fault. And they lost Al Horford. My fault, Mark. You know what? I'm sorry. They lost Al Horford too because of Kyrie. Wow.
Ooh. But guess what?
Like, come on. I mean, what are we saying, Mark?
It's a well-known.
Mark, you might go.
Had you dealt Gordon?
Yeah, those are two players that they lost, but
wouldn't have missed.
They did not like him in Boston though. So it's like.
I'm not. That's the part I'm not arguing. Ken, so, my whole argument was Danny Ainge could have got something for Gordon Hayward.
Listen,
that's my thing.
Argument is
that's been the piece. That's been the missing piece from them. A quality big man for them, and that's why AJ kept going back and saying they should have did everything to get AD. I get why he's saying that, but I'm just saying. Is you take it to a lesser part. Okay, boom, you messed up not getting AD. You could have went and got Miles Turner for the cheap. You could have. That's why I'm firing Danny Ainge as soon as I can. And
I'm with you. And I'm 100% with you on the getting rid of Ainge. He's gone. You feel me?
AJ, I'm sorry.
So you mean to tell me, okay, they were in the conference finals last year and then you missed the playoffs? So why shouldn't that be grounds to fire Danny Ainge? He put this product on the court. He's the one that's assembled all these players.
So if the thing is, Danny Ainge he's been in the same place for 4, 5, maybe even 6 years. So it's like that's the thing. So it's like like AJ said, you've been hoarding picks. You got young talent. You got a young coach. You got everything that you need. Honestly, you've had your window. So it's like, bro, if you don't make a move on one of these trade deadlines to make us that team to beat. You got to get out of here at some point.
This is the thing. We always say nobody's exempt from criticism. Danny Ainge is a legend in Boston. We understand it. It's going to be hard to fire him. But now it's time for his ass to feel the fire and feel that pressure. So now you got to go make a move. So now I can look and be like, go make a move. It's time to go make a move. Now you actually can see what's going on. Go make some things happen. Yeah, it's no way you could have sat on your hands and seen every team, every contender in the East make a move and you don't do nothing.
Bro, look what every team has done in the East. Like
they went and got Evan Fournier.
Look at New York. Shit.
They went and got Derrick Rose. They went and got Derrick Rose.
But even the summer, like bro, like Thibodeau. Oh yeah, they a series of moves. Like we're not just talking about just this trade deadline. Like we talking about like it's not just this season. That's why Ainge is getting out of there. Like I said, it's a culmination of multiple years. So it's like these other teams. There's no way that the Knicks can go from where they were to where they're at this year, and you're digressing. So it's like you digress anymore. The Knicks are better. And if the Knicks become better than us from where they were and where we started, you have to be fired.
Shouts out to the Knicks, man. Shouts out to the Knicks.
Hill actually predicted the Knicks would do this 2 years ago.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
2 years ago.
It's okay, man. It's okay. Hey, one day, Cannon. One day. Well, it's a Western Conference playing game too.
Oh yeah, I'm going to the Western Conference, man. That's Wednesday, right?
Yeah, they got us Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm going with the Big Lake Show. Bron 40. I don't care what Steph dropping.
Talk to him.
I don't care what Steph dropping because it's like Bron will check Steph if he got to. It's do or die.
Bro, teams have literally been putting 4 bodies on Steph because really that's all they have. It's hey, pass the ball to Will.
Hey.
it's not all they have, but it's looking like it's all they have. Like, I don't know what the hell Wiggins and Oubre are doing, and Draymond is just still Draymond. I'm not even.
Bro, they are in disbelief.
Here's my thing.
That's what they're doing. They watching Steph.
I'm not gonna say Draymond is like, because I think Draymond is a big reason why they do have a top 5 defense.
I said Draymond is still Draymond. That wasn't a diss.
Oh, by the way you said it, it was like Draymond. So I took it a little bit out of context.
I know, my fault. But let me clarify. That was not a diss. Draymond is still Draymond.
Yeah, because he's still facilitating and stuff like that. But like you said, I'm one of those people. I've never been sold on Andrew Wiggins for real.
Yeah, but damn,
but that's my thing. Like, come on, bro. Like come on, bro.
Like, you can't get like that's
come on, bro. Like you can't help nothing.
Now, what you say? How did I say about Draymond?
But Oubre too now, because y'all know now. Y'all know Oubre's my guy.
Trust me, Oubre is definitely my guy.
And I'm watching the games, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
He looking like a fly JaVale McGee.
Yeah, he's been doing. Loston got him several times this year.
And how many times? And I was the only one in the group chat going against
Oubre. You said you didn't.
That was going hard. I'm
you didn't like him at Golden State.
I never wanted to believe
you was right.
Balling in Phoenix.
He was balling in Phoenix, bro. He was really balling in Washington. If he was on this Washington team now,
yeah. But
so I just really find it disappointing that this Washington team is as low as it is with Russ and Bradley Beal.
Bro, that's it though.
But they've had injuries still though.
But in the NBA, man, like if you got 2. You got something.
Nah, this the era of 3. We're in the era of 3, bro.
Not even the era. No, but they don't have competent after them. Like,
yeah, they got.
That's what I'm saying. It's real bad after them. Like,
because like in my mind, it's like, damn, you at least.
Name they starting 5, AJ.
You got at least.
Give me they starting 5.
You got Bradley Beal. Russell Westbrook. Rui Sasha Mimi.
Konnichiwa.
Scott Brooks.
Yeah.
Rose Bar. Rosio's.
In part.
And pizza.
Not in part.
God damn.
You see what I'm saying? And then that bench. You damn sure don't know that bench, bro.
But we back on the West Conference. We're not gonna go back from the East.
Yeah, right.
I think see that's the beauty of the play-in game. Like, who would have ever thought you would have got the Lakers?
And
you would have got LeBron and Steph in a play-in game. Like,
I'm here for that. I'm popcorn tomorrow night.
That's exciting.
They just supposed to be in the playoffs anyway.
But they not, because it's the change of the guard. That's the beauty of the league, bro. It's never gonna stay the same, bro. It's changing. We are witnessing. It's changing right before our eyes.
So now
LeBron and Steph are leading playing teams, not dominant teams of the pack anymore.
And if one of those teams lose, now that makes their other game even more exciting, bro. Yeah, come on, AJ. Come on, AJ. I know you hate it, but come on now. Like, you got to be feeling something. Like you got to be feeling. And I know your ass gonna be paying attention because one of them gonna be playing y'all.
Yeah,
we're gonna be playing the Lakers. I said this shit like 3 days ago.
Hey, we could. It's definitely possible for the Lakers to lose.
I can't catch a
and we're gonna save
break.
And we're gonna save because they can, like I said, we gonna because next week, baby.
But look, you can lose. We could lose and still make the playoffs, though, right? Because this is for this playoff. This play-in is for 7th seed, and then so that's why I really like it, man. Because we can still we could
hold on, Cannon. Think about it.
If we lose both play-ins, I'm done with Bron, bro.
Cannon, think about it. If you are a 7th seed, that means you had to lose twice to get out the play. You don't deserve the playoffs, bro.
And that's why I like it.
Come on, man. You don't deserve the playoffs, bro.
It's a nice little format. We've never seen it. It's something different.
Now, this ain't. Now this, I get it, AJ. I get it. I do get it. But
I get it too. I get it.
Just be honest. But let's be honest, bro. This one on the docket. Can we talk about your boys though? Your Clippers? How they was ducking smoke? How they was tanking the regular season again?
Because they don't want because they don't. You know what I say about? Come on now.
Now this is my problem. Y'all didn't learn last year,
and they're not gonna be ready.
You didn't learn last year about manipulating the regular season. You didn't learn from last year. So now all of a sudden you still gonna manipulate the regular season to duck smoke. We still gonna smoke, dog. Like
playoff P, baby.
Smoke, dog. No, MVP.
Yo, did we? Was that a real quote? Did we ever?
I am not fact checking that.
Oh man!
For God, if that is a real quote and he sent one off the backboard.
Oh man!
Look, man, listen. He got mad when Devin Booker called him a bitch. Hey, I'm gonna call him way worse if he threw another one off the side.
But the funny thing about it is nobody's really checked for the Clippers this year. Nobody has any confidence for the Clippers this year. They're the Clippers again.
What did I say?
The afterthought
last year when everybody was checking for them.
Yep.
I never in my whole life ever checked for the Clippers, bro.
All right.
So
I actually was kind of hoping that we didn't play them just as far as the matchup because of like Kawhi and PG as far as what they can do to like taking away Book and Chris Paul. But
listen, man,
that sounds good. Like
I know, but
you got to do it.
You gotta make buckets, bro.
We haven't beaten them all year. That's also one of the reasons why I'm like,
right, perfect time.
Oh no, yeah, no wonder your ass is scared.
Perfect time to get hot, man.
Well, you got CP3. They got his own playoff woes. So I feel you. You definitely nervous,
bro. Every time I think about how CP3 went out last year,
it's Chris Paul, Jay Crowder, and a bunch of dudes who ain't never played this far before.
CP don't have it, bro.
I'm gonna tell you right now. The key to the Suns winning playoff games is DeAndre Ayton. If DeAndre Ayton don't show up, you can kiss our ass goodbye. Get some fishing rods, and we going fishing. Like
I disagree.
It's up to CP, but it's like CP in the clutch games. He passes the ball up, bro.
But Chris Paul don't have to be clutch because
he gonna need to be clutch, bro. He turned that ball over last year for Houston with like 6 seconds left, and luckily they got it back. And then he tricked it again, bro, immediately.
I think it's all on Devin Booker, and I hate to put all the pressure on him with his first time in the playoffs, but I think they're going to go as far as Devin Booker. He's going to have to become the Devin Booker that AJ like gloviates about. Like, is that a word? Is that a word?
Bloviates.
Sound like it.
I said bloviate. Is bloviate? I said gloviate.
Yeah, you said gloviate, but
that's not the word. It's bloviate.
Bloviate. But here's the thing. I know what you said.
And I probably shouldn't have told him myself either. I don't think nobody called.
I was gonna let it slide.
I know you would. That's what I'm saying.
Sound good.
That's what I'm saying. J. Cole.
Here's my thing. I don't necessarily think it's they're gonna go as far as Devin Booker's go because if you like, I think this season Devin Booker has actually his numbers have went down. His usage rate has went up a little bit. But I think come playoff time, that kind of basketball is actually gonna be very helpful for us when we run these elbow sets and stuff like that with Chris Paul. But
dribble pull-ups.
Yes, but what I think is really gonna be the mismatch is DeAndre Ayton actually believing he can score. So coming off these pick and rolls, shooting from the elbow, he can do all of this. But he's got to play like he's so up and down. Some days he'll be aggressive, some days he'll be passive. It's
time to put it together, bro. It's now or never.
It has happened for some players on the positive end. They have the light bulb has gone off in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it. I think for example, LaMarcus Aldridge, when he lit up Houston in the playoff. And next thing you know, we wanted to call him the best power forward in the league at one point.
Yeah, at one point we
then we seen some people just fold under them lights. That's a lot of pressure for Ayton. You know what I'm saying? To put it on him. I think if you in the playoff series, go ahead.
I think you misconstrued what I'm saying. I'm not saying
it's not all on him.
Yeah, what I'm saying is for us to really go somewhere, he has to step up as that number 3.
Yeah. He got to be a scoring threat. And that's it. And I think he can be a scoring threat. I've always thought DeAndre Ayton could be a scoring threat. It's going to take ball movement, and it's going to take him hitting that 10 to 12 footer that he got. And then going to the basket.
DeAndre Ayton, he can even step out to the three. He don't be wanting to do it, and it's so frustrating. It's almost like he get the ball off a pick and roll, and they sag off of him. He can make it, but he's looking to pass. Like, bro, shoot it and at least make them guard you. And then that just get like that. That gives another advantage if they got.
He needs somebody to tell him to shoot it.
That's what I'm about to say, Cannon. That's when I'm looking at Monty
Williams. He's a big man.
Like,
Coach of the year.
Go back on some of those tapes. Chris Paul, they be like, shoot it. But he don't be doing it. And to answer Daniel's question about what my thoughts on Bridges, I think Bridges is going to be an integral piece. But the only thing is he's going to come off of the offensive boards, the offensive side of the floor a lot because we're gonna put him on whoever your best scorer is.
Absolutely.
So he's gonna have to expel.
He's definitely on the wing.
He's gonna have to expel a whole bunch of energy guarding your best player. So he's gonna be guarding Brown on offense. So that's gonna be taking him, or he's gonna be guarding Steph. So he's gonna be doing a whole bunch.
But he could still even though he's gonna be guarding their best player and wasting energy on offense. He can also get cleanup points and he can create his own shot late. So it's like,
absolutely.
I like him, son. I like Phoenix chances in this playoffs.
I do like our team because we deep, and I'm hoping Cam Johnson he can come back from injury and find his shot because he started to lose his shot. But if he can get his shot going, and then we have Mikal Bridges who can still shoot. And if Jay Crowder get hot, hey man, look, we good. Like I'm real happy with what we have, and so I ain't calling nothing, but like I said, I think we gonna be real competitive.
You know who else was balling that we know about here that a lot of people gave up on? Campaign.
You're right. You're right.
That's why I told you can't give up on these players, bro.
I always like Cam coming off the bench as a secondary point guard, backup point guard. I like him, but like you said, you done gave up on that man. He was a hype man dancing with Russell, and now he's an integral part of the Sun. Like, so come on now, stop giving up on y'all. Gonna stop giving up on these players. Like, Cannon tell y'all.
I predicted that I said, bro, around this time when Lean was saying, bro, he said at the end of, and a lot of people say this. They say by the end of that rookie contract, if you're not a superstar, I don't want you on the team anymore. And I said that's the dumbest thing in the world because what you're letting is a super talented person out of your building to go link up with somebody else that's already talented, and you go back to scratch one. So if you keep this person and accrue more talent to put with it and develop it, and everybody's scared to develop. What happened to that part of the league?
Man,
develop these players, bro.
What did you say about music earlier? We in a microwave society, right?
Hey, let me jump in here real quick. That's Sabrina Ionescu, girl.
Yeah.
She is a monster. She just dropped a triple
double.
Yeah.
26, 10, and 12.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. WNBA triple doubles that's different.
That's pure.
It's only been
10
in history.
Yeah,
it's only been 10 in history.
That's different.
I think it was. I can't remember who said it. I think it might have been Diana Taurasi when she watched her in college and said she's the best women's basketball player right now.
You know what? I want to take back my statement what I just said because I tried to make it seem like I'm minimizing the triple double, and I think the fact that the Russell Westbrook disrespect that he gets, how he just making the triple double look normal.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like a triple double is not normal. Like that's not normal.
He's really a walking triple double.
That's something that we thought Bron was going to do. Like and Bron does have the skill set to do that every night. But you know what? He does it.
He doesn't have the stamina to do it every night. Like
that's different.
Yeah, Russ is 100 miles per hour to the.
Like that's different. So I didn't want to make it seem like okay, the triple double is minimized now. No, that triple double is still a hard task to get.
But it's even harder.
It's definitely because it's only been 10, like we said.
Because you have to
think about
to get the boards.
Think about the dogs that's been in the WNBA from
and it's the height. The height discrepancy is not like it. So it's like you could be tall, like all right, you could dominate boards. You could easily get the double doubles all the time and stuff. But it's like to get 10 boards consistently in the WNBA, that's real, man. That means you gotta really be on your Dennis Rodman. You really gotta time how that ball's coming off fingertips, how it's going to hit the rim, and where it's going to go after that.
Yeah, I was ready to, like I said, I was already giving my praise for the Hornets and everything. They just got their ass whipped by 27. Like, how you come over in a playing game like that and you lose out for 28?
Yeah, see, that goes to AJ's point of the playing game. Yeah, but that's to AJ's point. Some games are going to be like this in the playing game because some of these bubble teams that I was talking about don't deserve their chance.
I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but Russ teams get game plan to get the ball in his hands as many times as possible, which is why he turns the ball over but a lot, but also makes a lot of plays. That's my guy D Bake. Cage my IQ, my UFC expert.
But that's one of the reasons, like, I know, like, Hill and Cannon think I hate Russ.
You do.
I've told y'all before, I don't hate Russ, but that's my issue with him is that, you know, he sometimes he does play out of control, and that does cause his team, and what makes him inefficient at times. So when he's on, he's on, but when he's off, he ain't gonna stop being off. And that's why I also said, you know, with Luka being inefficient at times, you know, why he doesn't get that hate that Russ gets, because I mean, Luka, if Luka was people were saying Luka was a bona fide MVP candidate coming into the season.
Mm-hmm.
Why your team ain't at least top 6 in you know, all season and stuff like that? Why don't it seem like you are, you know, putting your team in these positions?
I've told you why a million times.
It doesn't seem very iffy. Like
I told you why, man.
Like that team that we can say, oh yeah, y'all gonna do that. Yeah, y'all got into the playoffs, but you know, if there was a healthy Lakers team, y'all would be a little bit down the board, a little bit more.
Tell you,
you're an MVP candidate. You supposed to be like there, especially with the team that y'all have.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a stat skew when it comes to turnovers. Anybody who's ball dominant is going to average more turnovers than an average player at their position. It's just simple mathematics. Probability. If I have the ball longer, I have more chances to turn it over. But that's why you got to look at his true point guard rating or his true player rating. And Russ's rating is pretty high there. You see what I'm saying? Because even though he has a lot of more turnovers than average, he compounds those with more assists than average. You feel me? More rebounds than average. So it's like he's a plus on the floor more than he is a minus. So and everybody that got a lot of turnovers is not doing that. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, don't put me in the same category as somebody else that got a lot of turnovers because I'm not them.
That ain't getting 10 assists, like, you know.
And I just want to bring that up because it's easy to look at the turnovers and just see that, but his case is different.
I understand. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, I think that'll change some perception if he's able to become more efficient. And I'm not just talking about the turnovers too. I'm also talking about those transition threes that you know.
I mean, technically, sometimes we give those turnovers. Like if the statistician, you can give that a turnover if someone comes down right and they shoot a bad transition three that's not in rhythm and they are not like a high field goal percentage 3-point shooter, that's a turnover. And if it's an air ball, it's definitely a turnover. So it's like, you know, Russ do the pull up air ball. So some of those are his turnovers too. So
he need Coach Carter. That'll whip his ass.
Those definitely self-inflicted right there. I can't say from that. But
Primo did not care about nothing about Coach Carter.
Hill gonna always you gonna do it. Hill on transition. You pulling that three, man. It's addictive.
Hey. Media Rollins, baby, you want rain? If you want rain, I'm pulling it up, baby. Let's go. I'm gonna let you know right now that you talk about he need Coach Carter. Primo ain't cared nothing about Coach Carter, bro. Primo poor.
He had a fluorescent light, bro.
Hey, Primo. No, he didn't, but he let
him.
He made sure.
Hey, it's fluorescent to me. I don't got to be on the team, Coach. That's shoot.
I will lick your ass down.
He's the one that didn't care. He was like, I mean, he wanted back on the team, but out of everybody else, he really didn't care the most.
What I gotta do? What I gotta do? And you know what's crazy?
Man, mass suicides, bro.
And I felt them.
I didn't want basketball that much.
Nah, once he got in the game and he pulled, I felt out of all the push-ups.
I'm pulling.
Hey, bro, and I'm looking at you.
Yeah. That's what I said. He
Yeah.
can't, because like, bro, we done been there. I'll leave right now if it's nothing but a word, coach.
You know what I had to be? You know what I've been through? I don't give a damn. Delilah. Delilah. Hattie Jean. None of that. None of that. I'm pulling. I'm Primo. Primo Cruz. Timo Cruz. Whoever. I'm Cruz.
Cruz, goddamn. But
if y'all was a character on that Coach Carter team, which one would y'all be?
Worm.
Worm. I would say I'm definitely Worm.
Nah, you was
Come on, don't do it. Not cousin Skeeter.
Nah, I'm about to say, don't you call me on this.
No. I'm not. See, I want to go disrespect you. You was the dude that was dating Ashanti, though.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You more level headed.
Yeah.
The college and everything.
Yeah.
I'm Worm, bro.
Yeah, you definitely weren't. It was definitely weren't.
Yeah. All right.
Candy, you might have been you might have been
I had a Cruz type attitude back then.
Back then you might have been Cruz. But you might have been also Junior.
But I also was coachable. But Coach Carter was ridiculous, so it's like I could have been Cruz too. It just depends.
So you could have been Junior. I think you could have been Junior.
Yeah. Coach Carter was pissing me off sometimes, bro.
Like, bro, man, we good, bro. I ain't got it. He a big basketball fan, man, you know, man. And then you know your mama coming to practice, bro.
Yeah, all day.
Yeah, you
these boys just want to play basketball, man.
That's it. Unlock the gym.
Hey, don't get Worm. Mama was at the practice too, so you know Mama Showtime.
That's all they had. Yeah, because Mama Showtime coming, but that's all they had, bro. I felt them on the discipline, but you could lose it in this generation. You would have lost the team, bro.
You know how I'm worried because I'm pulling up on Coach Carter's sons right before third block. Well, I can't wait to practice.
What was his name in the movie? I keep wanting to call him Arnez
because he gonna be Arnez until he die.
Damian Carter.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Arnez.
Yeah, because it's pretty much the same type character.
He was best. Lee, I bro Lee said he was the best 3-and-D character ever.
He was the best what?
3-and-D. Hey, he had it, bro. He did.
Hold on, hey. Before we get up out of here, I know we were just talking about Sabrina Ionescu getting that 10th that 10th triple double in WNBA history. I want to talk about somebody else, man. We don't really talk about baseball that often, and I want to talk about your guy here, soy sauce, Shohei Ohtani, because I think, bro, like what he is doing is like otherworldly right now. Like, bro, he's leading the league in home runs right now, and also leading the league in opponent batting average at like 156. He got like 40 strikeouts, a 2.10 ERA. That's like his ERA is up there with like Max Scherzer. His strikeouts is up there with Zach Greinke, and he leading the league. And look, I'm about to.
He hitting like Judge,
bro. Like just
Judge hit 4 in 3 games, bro.
Look at this. Look at this home run.
He lead the league in home runs. Ohtani lead the league in home runs, though. Like
this is a bad pitch.
That's high cheese, bro. Oh my god. He should have never swung at that.
But hold on. I got something even better for you, bro. Let's just look at how unhittable he is. This is like
he's nasty at the mound, bro.
You know how they do the 40-yard dash at the combine, and they'll put like an offensive lineman who ran a fast speed versus a wide receiver who ran a fast speed versus a D. Look what they did, like when they put his sinker and his fastball side by side. Just look at this.
It's the same speed. I already know.
No, look at the break.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Look.
But his sinker is 90 miles per hour, though. Did you see that? Go back. 90 miles per hour sinker. So it's basically you're gonna think it's a fastball.
With a 98 mile per hour fastball and an 80. Did you see that break? Look at the
break was nasty. Yeah. But the funny thing is, it's gonna look, you're never even gonna see it break because it's 90 miles per hour. You have to, when it leaves his hand, you have to jump over on a fastball. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's not coming out like change up breaking balls at 83 miles per hour in the big leagues. So you gotta jump on that, and when it breaks, you whiff it.
He threw a slider to Jose Altuve that almost made this man jump out his shoes.
Thank God somebody need, because I'm sick of Altuve, man.
And it hit the middle of the plate, and he couldn't do nothing with it. Like
they stole chips. They stole chips from the Yankees with cheating, man. But look, to your point about Ohtani, man, they literally, I don't know. I know y'all got MLB The Show, but I don't know if y'all actually played the mode Road to the Show. Now, in years past, you could only be a one-way player. They literally, this year, everybody starts out as a two-way player in the storyline, no matter what. And it's because of Ohtani, bro. So you basically, in years past, I've always made two characters. I made my pitcher and I make my shortstop. And this year, he had to be the same person. And I basically had to tell my manager, I only want to do shortstop because it's too difficult with the little bit of points that you get to like make your player good. So like you either got to choose. Are you going to be good at hitting or you're going to be good at pitching? You ain't going to really, if you do both, it's going to take you 10 years to become. So the fact that this is his second year in the show, and he's already changed the game. Him and Tatis, you know what I mean? They two young guns that's changing the game, man.
I got you. I feel I'm about to quit my on the Road to the Show because it's too difficult, bro.
Just tell your manager you want to do. You have to decide because you got to take your points and put it all in one thing. If you're going to be a pitcher, you got to work on your pitches. If you're going to be a shortstop or in the field, you gotta be able to get on base, bro. That's the only way they're gonna keep.
I'm gonna tell you was difficulty, bro. But I got my man at shortstop too, and every time I throw, I don't know what type of screen thing they got me going. The throw different, bro.
Nah, the throw and Road to Show different. I got you offline.
Yeah, I'm like,
I got you offline. That's it's different than the franchise joint.
You've been ducking me too. I'm gonna just say it on air.
No, I haven't. You can ask Lean, bro. My Road to the Show broke, son. Like when the server was down one time, I tried to start a season, bro. And my Road to the Show didn't work for 2 weeks. I tried to get my money back and everything. And they literally had to scrape my old one digitally off my PS5 and send me a new copy for it to work after 2 updates. So I just got back onto the show.
Nah, me and AJ had some wars. We didn't have some wars. But I'm just saying, I'm talking about you. You've been ducking. I'm just saying. I mean, you gave me a good plea. And you know, saying yours been scraped. You know, it is what it is. And I think debate. I hope debate. Do you got a PS5? Please have a PS5. If you don't,
you don't have to.
Yeah, they got cross gaming. They got cross gaming.
You can play anybody.
You can have a PS4. Too.
You just need MLB The Show 21.
Oh my God, debate. Let's go at it. I'm never playing with the Phillies again, though. I got my ass.
Yeah, listen. I'm either the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Nats, or the Braves, or the White Sox.
So we can wrap this up. We can get on them sticks. So we can do what we gotta do. So we had big news. I know, AJ. We know we big fans of the Joe Budden podcast. Cannon, you watch it. You listen to it occasionally.
Fat Boys broke up, man.
Yeah. So
Rory and Mal got the show now.
Oh, you see this, Cannon?
Oh
what?
Shit.
Rashad said we got to leave for the show. Set it up, babe. I'm hitting you up after the show, babe. We going at it.
I'm about to say, Rolag, Bake. Let's get something started. You know, we'll drop the tags in the
Yeah, we haven't started the league yet because we was giving the people that we were going to have the league with. We were going to give them some time, recreation time.
We was giving the show. Them servers was. They just started working, bro.
Yeah, they was a badass show. But yeah, we definitely gonna get at it. But back to the Joe Budden podcast, like I say, they had some issues. And what's funny is like people hit us up personally, like, man.
People literally did hit me up.
Hope the 3-man weave don't be on no shit like they on and all that. And it's like, what's your thoughts on what's going on with them?
They didn't like I told them, ours is different. We formed this together. They like Joe was his own lane, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He was his own lane, and without him, like it's called the Joe Budden podcast. It's not called the Hills podcast, AJ's podcast, or Cannon's podcast. This is a joint venture together from the beginning. So it's like we all came in there knowing that we lose control somewhere. You see what I'm saying? I only represent a 33 and a third. So it's like now if Hill was Joe Buttons and AJ and I were Rory and Mal, like, and Hill is established and a famous established person, he say y'all want to come on, like we know we're recurring guests. That's how it always is when it's somebody's show. You know what I mean? Like on Steve Harvey's morning radio show, which is not a podcast, but those extra people, they are reoccurring guests, bro. It's not Nephew Tommy's show. You feel me?
Absolutely. And the thing about it is, it's a reason why it's called the Steve Harvey Show, because that's what's the main attraction. And although I didn't agree with some of the things that Joe was saying,
yeah, me neither,
and how he was saying it, that portion was correct.
It was correct.
Those deals happened because of Joe.
Yeah,
a lot of that, like, yes, like you guys are a part of this podcast, but the reason why that the money is coming in the way it's coming in is because of Joe, and not just because of Joe and the podcast. Joe has a million other ventures as well that have been profitable and have been successful. And yes, some of them have ended very badly, but some of them are actually still going. But people, do something good, they'll never remember. Do something bad, they'll never.
People are willing to invest in him. I don't know if people are willing to invest in. Listen, if it was just, I ain't watching the Rory Mal show. I'm gonna say that now, and I ain't mad because everybody don't watch my podcast. It is, everything ain't for everybody. It's no beef, but it's like he'll say, their podcast was too long for me. Like Saturday morning, I gotta do a lot of stuff, so it's like I can't give you 3 hours of my Saturday. Damn, it's a Saturday over after 3 hours. Right. So it's like, nope. But it's like, I can listen to Joe because I go back with Joe. Like, you feel me? I did like his music when he first came out. I definitely like his mixtape music for sure. And I like him as a personality. You know what I mean? The TV, whatever he is, radio, TV, whatever type. I like him as a personality. I don't always agree with him, but that's why I watched when I did watch, and they were there. They were good. I'm not saying that they were trash, but that's not why I tuned in.
It's to me, it was a good outlet. It was like good toxic fun, where you can kind of just talk about shit, joke about shit, listen to some shit. And it's in that conversation that you like, in that vein where you can laugh and just joke, and you can hear how certain people are thinking. You're like, damn, like we do that shit too, or something like that. And also, you got good like stories and insight from like the industry, like the music industry and stuff like that, because of the crowds that they have been able to run in. So you do get some good insight and some good, somewhat insider information. And so just because of the relationship that they have. So I did enjoy it, but I damn sure ain't finna listen to Joe Budden with Ice and Ish. I damn sure ain't finna listen to the new Rory Mal show.
I'm gonna give Roy and Mal a chance.
Like, you're a loyal dude.
Whoa. AJ, no.
I'm not, but I know, but you respect. It's like when you're. I don't want to bring the barber situation up, but you give people a chance.
You go ahead.
When they don't deserve it, man. You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
I get it. Most of the time, like I say, I'm giving them a chance. I'm giving them a chance, and I really don't think their dynamic by themselves is going to work. I don't think, because they don't, them two
are just regular.
No. I'm not gonna call them regular.
But I'm talking about their points of view. Like Joe is outlandish with his points of view.
They don't mesh.
Joe brought them together.
Yeah, and that's what I do. I do feel like that.
Because Joe was the A mic. Joe was a lot like a lot of that podcast played off of Joe. A lot of Joe's thoughts, a lot of Joe's history, a lot of comedic shit came from Joe's happening. A lot of the stories came from Joe. So with it being Joe's podcast, and Joe really, like I said, Joe was the A mic. He led that podcast.
Yeah.
And so, like, I don't remember. Like, there was I can't really remember a time where they did an episode without Joe, but the episodes continued without Rory and Mal. Like, if Rory's on vacation.
Absolutely.
But if Joe wasn't there, most of the time there wasn't gonna be a podcast.
I think what happened was when you listen to both sides, because I always tend to. That's what I do.
Right.
I gotta listen to
I did
both
listen to
sides.
both sides.
And their debacle came from communication. As most of the all, I'm not even gonna bring money involved. Like money changed everybody. Blah blah blah. It's communication. You didn't know how to talk to. You didn't really know how to talk to your mans, and y'all claim y'all was friends. Like, okay, Joe was cool with Maul. Obviously, he has way more history with Maul than he has with Rory. But you claim you was cool with Rory. It's the fact that it's similar to here. I have more history with Cannon than I have with AJ. But like I said, we have different relationships.
Right.
But it is what it is. Y'all are both of y'all my mans, y'all my friends, y'all my brothers, y'all all that. So it is what it is. If I can talk to y'all, you feel what I'm saying? That's and that's the thing. Like, y'all can talk to me. We can talk to each other. And that when Cannon said it's 33 in the third. Like, it's no decision made without each other involvement. Like,
and that's where it gets to where I said I think I agree with some of the things he said, but just not how he said it.
Yeah, because if y'all would have talked to me that way, listen, man.
Yeah, but you got to know who you're dealing with.
You can't talk to, but you can't talk to your friends that way.
The intellectual property does belong to Joe because, like you said,
it does. But
it's the Joe Budden.
You don't have to say it the way that you said it.
You know, some of the stuff he was saying, it was like it did make sense. Like if I go to work and I think I should have a raise, I can't go to my CEO and be like, "Hey, let me see the accounting books.
No,
where's
you cannot.
all this money going?" They're gonna be like, "What?
What happened the last time somebody asked for somebody's books?"
But
that's
my office hours.
But the see, let me go.
Hey, we gotta go.
I need to talk to you about my royalties and how you keep it your books.
Let me go. Yo, Red knocked the whole figure away.
Open up that goddamn window. He said, "Excuse me, ladies." In mid-fight, though, like, "Excuse me, ladies. Open up that goddamn window."
Flash track. I felt Flash though. You know what I'm saying? You know, no, I'm ready to talk to you. I'm ready to talk to you now. Like,
hey, you should have waited, man.
You definitely should have waited.
Like AJ said, you cannot go up to that CEO asking to see the books, bro.
Anything can happen after 9 to 5.
You better wait until the CEO sends you the dividend statement, bro.
Hey, you better get in that returns meeting like everybody else.
Yes,
the part when you listen to, like I say, when you listen to Joe, like I say, Joe was emotional. He was hurt. He was expressing himself. That some things that probably couldn't be I'm sorry, bro. Ain't really gonna cut it. Yeah. I get it. But then when you listen to Rory and Maul, they kind of, in my opinion, validated some of the thoughts and feelings that Joe had. So if they said for instance, they said they had a percentage-based contract.
Mm-hmm.
That was a discrepancy between what Joe said and what they said.
Mm-hmm.
But then when they kept talking, they said, yeah, when we found out he was paying us more than what our percentage garnered.
You should apologize right then and there.
That's when the communication. Now you can see where
you have to apologize.
Think about it. Now you can see where Joe feels betrayed and hurt. It's like, bro, I'm paying y'all really more than what y'all really agreed to.
And here's the thing.
And you bringing our business to the forefront, and that people in our business now.
It was all behind the scenes though.
Yeah, another point that Joe made also when he said that, he was like, not only did we have this agreement of what y'all were paying, and I was paying y'all more, I'm paying y'all more than majority of every single person in your industry.
Yeah,
like every other podcaster ain't getting this much money. And Joe, and then
especially reoccurring guests that ain't co-stars.
Right, Joe, like, and that's what I was about to say. Like, to take it back, like, so you're making more than every other podcast, like not every other, but majority of the podcasters in your
You feel that's
field.
like that's been the highest paid quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
But then you're not even, like you said, like you're not even a quarterback, but you're getting quarterback money.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it's like to me. What it's almost seeming like. You may not like when I'll take it like this. Like when Le'Veon Bell said, I don't want running back money. I want running back and wide receiver type money.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it kind of is. Like you're not just getting podcaster money, bro. You getting upper echelon mic podcast money, and your name ain't even on the marquee for real.
Yeah.
You in little letters.
Yeah.
You an opening act.
But
you getting paid like an opening act somewhere.
And like you said, there's co-hosts of podcasts that don't bring in that.
And so I can kind of get how Joe was emotional saying, like, you guys are like, I look at y'all as my friends. I'm doing right by y'all. But and going above and beyond for y'all, and y'all still think I'm holding out on y'all?
Yeah.
So because you start listening to other people, man. That's not in them rooms, man.
And
like y'all start like y'all teaming up on me behind my back.
And the thing about it, everybody want to harp on Joe's ego, and I'm not defending Joe because Joe did some wrong in it, but it's like now it's looking like y'all ego is in play too, because it's like
ego belongs to everybody, bro. There is no person that could walk this earth and act like they are free from ego. If they say that, they're lying. So it's like in all friendships, at some point, just like the other day, like AJ got me on that, like. I was kicking facts, but he got me with I slipped up with the Sean Porter the accident, like, and he was right. But it's like I'm man enough to admit that. So it's like you got to look yourself in the mirror at the end of the day. Like I'm man enough, but one, because I value AJ's friendship. I'm not gonna take something like that and just keep going and because we've seen people just act like they're right even when they know they're not. You feel me? And that's where friendship, like you said, bad communication. So once they know that, oh, we saw that you were paying us more, I think you nip it right in the bud with an apology right then and there, and I think the whole thing blows over.
But even still though, like you say, you probably should have been even though you don't have to be. You already opened the floodgates of doing business with your friend. You should have been open with your accountant, with the friend. We already know you getting way more money than us. You got you privy to way more deals than us. You doing State of the Culture. You doing Love and Hip Hop. You doing all this stuff, and they coming to you for all the deals. We know you're going to get more. So you could have probably just showed us the books. You could have showed the man the book. You could have. You already opened this French. You already opened the floodgates, bro. It's like
I know in that.
But the books just don't, like Big Red told you, they don't work like that.
See, the thing is, Joe's books may not necessarily be just the podcast.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because he's a business.
So and that's what I say. So and then like you were saying, like if Joe opens his books and you start to see all the stuff that Joe's making from these other places, and then what he's making from the podcast, what if they was like, well, if you're making all this stuff in all these other places, why can't we get a higher percentage of this? Because, now like we do this, and this, and then now you're still putting Joe in a position where technically I still am the main attraction. But I think that might be a way to avoid that conversation of being I'm the main attraction. Why do you like want, equal
that's when you justify what Joe did then. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Like now I done showed y'all everything, and then y'all, matter of fact, y'all not doing nothing but talking.
Yeah.
Like no. Now, man, you like listen. Remember what Joe said. Joe said, "Look, y'all are privy to this footage. Y'all can get this footage. Y'all can promote. You can get somebody to cut up your own footage, make your own promo joint. You're not doing nothing. Think about it, bro. Think about it. We seen today the Rory Mal promo photo, right? It ain't on Roy page on Instagram. It ain't on his Instagram page. It ain't on his story. It ain't on nothing. So all of a sudden, now you're not promoting nothing. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So think about it. You could.
It sounds like I'm caping for Joe, but I'm not. But what I was like,
I know you're not.
Yeah.
I know you're not.
What I wanted to say is Joe made a really great point when it was like, y'all only show up and talk.
That's it.
Every single thing else. He pays the people out of this.
This is my equipment, all of this stuff.
He says he gets the deal, all of that. And so to me, I like in that part, like I'm doing all of this, paying you, and paying you more than what I am contractually obligated to do, and you do this to me. So
Yeah.
I feel him on that point.
So, but
But
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, but think about it for. I'm thinking about it from because I lived this through experience. This is my second show. So it's like now, mind you, I would if you okay, boom, you're not gonna give me. Let's say what was hypothetically. Let's say it was true. Let's say Roy did ask for YouTube money, right?
That raise, yeah.
Let's say he asked for some YouTube money. You say, no, you can't get no YouTube money, but you can get this footage and do whatever you want to do with your footage. Why would I not take some of my footage or some of this footage, make a Roy highlight tape and make my own YouTube page, right? And get my own money off the same podcast that we doing, but it's my YouTube page. You feel what I'm saying?
Because people don't have the hustle, man.
Hold on. Before we go. And then like he said the same thing for Roy. I mean, not for Roy, for Maul. He said, Maul, why don't you make a sports podcast? Why don't you do a sports podcast? Why wouldn't Maul do that? Like, what really are you doing other than, you know what I'm saying? What?
Nothing.
So you can see.
Because if Joe doesn't have the podcast, guess what? Joe still got pull up.
But guess what, Hill? We've been there. We've been there before.
But the funny thing about it, then we was never employees then.
Oh yeah, we was never.
But we was halfway treated like we were employees, and what we do, we got out of there.
Yeah, because like I said, and what I say earlier, if y'all would have talked to me like how Joe,
then it's over. Yeah,
I'm a man first, bro.
All I'm saying is, like, I get it, Joe. You don't want to show people your books, but show people what you got going on. I think that could have been. He could have showed it in a way.
Yeah, he could have showed it to them.
He said, all right, look, this is Pull Up, this is Joe Budden TV, this is Joe Budden.
Could have had the lawyers do it.
He could have showed, and that's what they was trying to explain him on the last episode with his third episode. And they were like, listen, you got to have people talk people. You got to let the people talk, do their part. You got to let the lawyers do their part. You got to let the agents do their part. You got to let the people do their part. And what happened was, like I said, they were friends. So he could have opened the floodgates and showed them, like, listen, y'all getting paid way too much.
But yeah, we know all too well that friends and business.
I hate that, bro. Go ahead, say it.
Because you have to build the business together. If you don't build it together, it won't work. You see what I'm saying? And even then, it still may not work. But the thing is, if I bring to y'all and say y'all want to be a part of my business that I already own, you see what I'm saying? You're never gonna get what you think you deserve. So even if I haven't blown and you help me blow, once we blow, and that's what I have an issue with. That's what I have an issue with.
Bill said, I think it's ego. I think their ego got the best of them and thought that and made them believe they are equal thirds of the
yeah.
Technically, they weren't.
They're not.
They weren't doing equal work.
They're
He
not.
said it.
Like
Maul said, I'm not your employee. What you mean you're not my employee?
You come here to do the podcast for me, the Joe Budden podcast, and I pay you.
He said that.
If I give you a check, you're my employee.
Maul contradicted himself in that one episode where he said, "I don't give a fuck about the contract. It's about respect." No, it wasn't, because if it was about the contract, you
wouldn't be out here asking to see the books.
But
office hours are from
9 to 5. But the thing about it is, though, like same thing. Like Joe said it. Like he quoted Joe in the pull up. He said, Joe said, I don't honor a contract. So y'all, once again, y'all relationship, really, I'm never gonna fall out. I'm listening right now.
Joe didn't honor the contract. He was
But go ahead. What you about to say here?
I'm going to let you know right now, I'm never going to fall out with none of my friends that I consider a friend over no money.
Yeah, you can have it.
Over no money and not over no money and no female. I'm letting you know right now.
And I hate to say this because I don't want to put this in, but the thing is, I will walk away from a situation so that I'm still friends. You see what I'm saying?
You feel what I'm saying?
People on the outside wouldn't see it. They would be like, "Oh, no, like there's nothing." I live my life like The Heat. If you ever seen that movie, The Heat, there ain't nothing that I ain't willing to drop within 15 seconds. That's why, like, when I text you the other day, he'll say, I'm willing to, I'm looking at places all over. He'll like, whoa. I'm like, bro, like, I'm not attached to nothing, bro. I'll drop
selfish.
all of this.
Bro, y'all see how I move.
That was a selfish whoa.
Like, but it's like the pandemic have shown me that, bro. Like, I could be, like, we could do this thing. I could live in Africa right now, and I could do this podcast.
We ain't in the same area now.
Exactly. So it's like it started opening up but it's like people, you can't be willing to. I put friendship, family. I put that over a lot of stuff. So it's like, let's say we were me and my brother, for example, we had a business together, right? And we were doing well, right? And if we had a business disagreement to where it was going to cause us to have issues as brothers, I would say, listen, bro, how much is it going to take for me to get out? Like, what's a fair way for me to get out? And even if it can't be fair and he needs a little bit more, fine, bro. I always have my own contingency plan anyway. You feel me? So it's like, fine, if you really want this, because I can create my own. You feel me? I always have that mentality. I can create my own and I'll be fine, you know. So I feel like, if, like you said, AJ, it's kind of an ego thing. If you are willing to let go of your ego, you can say, listen, bro, if it means that much, and people don't like when you say if it means that much to them because they feel like you're trying to but it's like, no, like, I'm really saying, like, if you are adamant about it, let me say that, you can have it, bro, because it doesn't mean that much to me. And I'm not trying to play you saying that, you know, you're in your feelings more than me. I'm just saying, like, I value other things about our relationship more than this argument. You feel me? And I love to argue. So, like, but as I know when it's going across the line, you feel me? And when you're talking about business and then you're talking public, it's going across the line.
I mean, we had these personal conversations about friendship and business and doing stuff, and like, I'm not, like I said, I'm not the most business savvy person. Like I said, I'll go and do a deal off of friendship and emotion, and I know what it is but I know what I'm getting myself into. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like people don't really understand how to play a role. Like, like, you can still be like, bro, I'm gonna be healed. Yeah. Wherever I go, I don't care.
And if you can get paid to just be healed, then you just need to be quiet.
Role play,
bro.
If somebody's gonna pay me to be Cannon, I'm shutting up, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. And like, I get myself into, if I knew what I was getting myself into from the jump, like, bro, I'm gonna do.
Because now you're not getting paid. Now you're not getting paid to be more no more. You see what I'm saying? You done talked yourself out of your bag.
So he said y'all get paid to come talk for a couple hours twice a week.
Bro.
You basically making top 10
a living
for a part-time job.
See, but now
that's not even part-time, bro. That's 4 hours a week. That's a paper route.
Now look at what he's doing now. Like, see, the numbers didn't drop. The numbers dropped for a little bit, but they went back to normal for the JBP with Ice and Ish. So he like, I can pay y'all less than what Marlon they got. But how long is this going to last? Like, because them episodes ain't been good. I've still been listening, and I text AJ. He like, bro, I ain't listening to that. Like, bro, them episodes been trash. But it's like, how long? Like, that's what I'm saying. How long is this going to last? Like you said, you ain't listening to Rory Mal. Their iron is hot right now. They probably got a deal. It's probably they probably got deals like immediately calling them. Like, they probably got a deal right. But how long is it going to last?
I still ain't listening.
But like I said, how long is it going to last? Like, we not in this for the short term. I mean, if you in it for the short term, get a short term bag. Do what you gotta do. But we here, man.
Yep. Ain't going nowhere.
So we got one more. But we came back with a vengeance, man. Want to thank everybody that was here. It's episode 107. episode 107. Y'all know y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms, 3Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3Man Weave _ You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. I'm Hill, that's Cannon, that's AJ,
And
and we out.
No condoms on Sunday.